folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. This forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Lance now on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here in Vegas. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, Eason. They'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9. Here's a give to Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Touchdown, 49ers. Michael Gallup, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Eason. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Eason sets to throw it. And he completes this to Russell Gage. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Eason to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. And the Raiders have got him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now. Because
this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Gibson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? They hand it off to Mostert. He'll get 3 up to midfield. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Lance. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Eason. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This one caught by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Lance to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second and 10.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Eason's throw into the hands of Kirk, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's second and a yard. A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On first down, Jacob Eason.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again, Eason. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Eason. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Once more, Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down.
Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance.
And he fires one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
On play action, Lance.
Gets this one to use check.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Lance now to throw.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a few. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Shedding through the defense. And now the juke. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Lance looking to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun is Eason. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Eason. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Eason. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Eason. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Eason to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Keon Crossen. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. In this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then Really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. Dennis, I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the 49ers, they continue to rack up the victory.